I considered interesting to compare MAGA to a religion or a cult when I was extremely religious and I considered that my religion was the most credible. It was the best option. The rest of them were false. I considered that. So Mormonism, I would look at that. There's a lot of religions that I spoke with and had discussions with, considered Mormons. It was founded by a con artist. There was another major religion where the author of it was basically a warmonger, married a child bride, considered didn't have credibility. Talking to the Jehovah's Witnesses, they at multiple times had said that this was when the world was going to end, gave particular dates. That didn't happen. That shows that group doesn't have credibility. Now, when we would talk to those people and look at the things they believed and have discussions with them, we would be amazed and think, well, how can there be so many criticisms against them and all these problems, and yet they still continue to believe? They still are passionately committed to this faith that they believe in. How could they so possibly be deceived? Consider Trump came in promising that he was going to stop wars on day one, that he wasn't going to start wars, he was going to end them. He was going to be the president of peace. He was begging for a Nobel Peace Prize. Yet he turned around and he threatened to invade Greenland, Panama, Canada, Mexico. He kidnapped the president of Venezuela. He has a siege around Cuba, basically trying to torture them until they're willing to surrender to them. Dropped bombs on Iran, said it was for the sake of trying to get them to not have nuclear weapons. Now the world hates the United States more than ever, and the threat of nuclear war, if that has had any effect on it, it's actually a more dangerous place right now. So it is even more absurd to believe in Trump than it is a lot of these religious prophets. But just like people had faith in all those different belief systems and refused to give up that belief, no matter how irrational and how bizarre those beliefs are, for some reason people are incapable of critical thinking. I just ask people to think that when they're not willing to consider that they are wrong, that their beliefs are wrong, just recognize that there's billions of other people who do that with regards to a lot of other beliefs. And the only reason that all those contradictory beliefs can exist is because of a lack of critical thinking. Since that is the case, since that is true, people should really carefully think about themselves and wonder if maybe their belief system is a result or controlled by a lack of critical thinking, an unwillingness to consider that they might be wrong. I was ultra zealous for the religion that I was a part of. There were things that gave me some doubt, but I considered it was the best option among the available choices that I had before me. I was ultra zealous for this belief. As a result, did street witnessing, did street preaching, went to Bible college, became a pastor, but I ended up coming to the conclusion that my beliefs also had flaws in them and that I couldn't confidently embrace them any longer. So as a result, my world is much smaller. Would consider myself an agnostic, and I'm unsure of a lot of things. But I consider this as far better to be skeptical than to embrace things which are obviously foolish. Believing in Trump, after all the bizarre things he has said and done, all the corruption that he hasn't been involved with, is absurd. You have to look for better options. There just has to be better options.